Hi, Max.
Oh, hey, what's up, dude? How are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good. Just chilling in
That's
our
awesome.
pretty good podcast studio.
That's fucking sick. Anything significant going on in this episode that we're chilling in right now?
I think it happens to be the most chill episode maybe we've ever chilled in, and that is the 200th pretty good episode of the Pretty Good Podcast. 200.
Episode 200, motherfuckers.
200 fucking sessions of Max and I talking about a whole lot of sometimes something.
I learned that, yeah, it's kind of hard to, if you don't have like a theme that's constant, it's kind of hard to like get a podcast off the ground. Cause like we might have a guest who's like a film person and we got some film people there, but I can't guarantee they'll like the next week when we interview a porn star, you know?
So true. And I've noticed how like so many podcasts do have like really consistent themes, like really, and like niche themes, like
And that's sick.
really specific. And ours is really non-specific.
And that's great for you guys. Okay. Should we have done that 200 episodes ago? Maybe. But the theme today, still no theme, but silly little, we're going to try, happy pride, we're going to try to tell 200 jokes today. And if they're not funny, then, you know, get over it.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to, holy shit, distraction. I really nailed this coffee.
Good job.
That's the first joke. Tastes like shit.
Oh, nice.
One. But I have. Oh,
Why
you
did
gotta
the
tell-
chicken cross the road?
Why?
Because he was a racist.
Oh damn, dude.
Yep. Joke number one for me.
That sounds true. I just have a whole thing that I've been writing little ideas in since like high school,
Okay.
and so that's just what I'm pretty much gonna read off.
Okay. I have some
You got
notes,
one. I got one. Okay,
but
this is the beginning.
only 198 more to go.
Easy.
Just like bottles of beer on the wall. Is that a joke?
Sure.
Yeah, baby. 197 to go. Just like bottles of
200 jokes on the wall. Hey, don't hit that dog like that. It's not a cat.
yeah.
Implying that it's okay to hit cats.
But I do beat that pussy up though. Hey.
And that's okay. You're allowed to.
Is that a joke?
It's not a dog. Yeah. Uh-huh.
We're cooking.
I have friends that are so good at learning skills quickly. Like one of my friends always wanted to go to Alaska and hunt for a grizzly bear. So he bought a book about bears and read through that and learned how and where to find bears and the best way to get to them. Then he got a book about guns and he learned how to safely use a gun, how to clean it, how to take care of it. Then he got a book about field dressing and how to take care of an animal once you kill it. After reading those 3 books, he legitimately felt confident and booked his ticket to Alaska. During his trip, he knew everything that was going on because he read the books. And I don't know if it was luck or not, but when he got to the mountain, he took just a few steps from his car, and one shot was all it took to kill himself. Write that down.
Yep. 6. I feel like I'm not big on gambling unless I'm guaranteed to win, which now I guess that isn't even gambling, that's just winning. No, that one doesn't count.
Okay. Both at 3?
Yep.
Okay. Why is there a video on why not to leave a dog in a hot car? That video should just have 4 words that say, because it's fucking hot. That's a closer. If you run out, you can read some of mine too.
Okay. Mm, The DMV.
Yeah. Tally that. Tally ho. Let's see. A lot of people say redheads hold. This joke sucks. A lot of people say redheads hold grudges, and that's why they have a short temper. Anyways, when I was 3, this bitch. ... I think in high school I was like that. You'll work on that, and I never got back around to it. But I'm angry. I held a grudge against myself for that one.
That's still a joke.
It technically, I guess, yeah. It's a corny one, but it is one. Coffee stunts your growth.
Nice.
Joke being, it doesn't.
But Red Bull does.
I'd believe that. A lot of short people drink Red Bull.
I drank a Red Bull every single day I got to Little Ski Hill in middle school.
Yeah.
And I stopped growing in 8th or 9th grade.
But before that, you were just up on the up and up, non-stop, perfect,
full trajectory. Yep. Was probably going to be 6'7", 6'8",
Yeah.
Built.
For
athlete.
But then Red Bull. If they want to sponsor us, that'd be okay, though.
I would be fine with that.
We're done growing now.
I'll drink all the Red Bull now.
My grandpa turns 102 soon. In about 25 years. Which in the grand scheme of things is soon.
That's true. The Earth is 3,000 years old.
Yeah. I don't know how many times 25 divides into that. Give yourself a... Oh, nice. Yeah, that's... We're going to be cheating some of these.
Yeah. Some of these are going... There was cocaine in the White House at one point.
1 point, huh?
Yeah, they found it during Joe's... but they found it in the carpets.
Just dust?
Just a little bit of it. And I'm like, that could have been anyone.
Sure.
And I just wanted to say publicly that I'm sorry.
It was you. Yeah, that's fun. Was there actually cocaine found and was it found in the carpet? Was there just a white little dust or did they go through the vacuum to look for bombs or whatever and we're wait a minute?
I feel like it was a tourist dropped a baggie during
it sounded
or
like it was
a tourist was doing key bumps or something.
And they found
an aide was doing key bumps. There's so many people that are working in the White House and stuff all the time.
I'm sure key bumps happen all the time in the White House. Yeah, staff or not. Yeah. Yeah. Tally. My dad. I'll be home Friday. Me. Okay, around what time? Dad. Probably Saturday.
Speaking of your dad, do you remember the story that we told a while ago on the podcast about him putting you in a hole?
Yeah.
As a baby?
Yes.
Have you seen that scene in Kenny Powers?
I don't think so.
They do that in Kenny Powers and they put a towel over him. And then he comes up and I'm like, your dad didn't think of the towel.
The towel over, it's a good move. But also what if someone steps on and just flattens a kid? Because my dad was fishing. He just put me in there so I would be there.
Yeah.
But
Kenny Powers was jet skiing. So, it's kind of similar.
Same, yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Well, you live and you learn. I'm sure he maybe, did it a few times. We can always go to the beach again. Is your dad a
writer on...
Yes.
For Danny McBride?
Yeah. My dad is Danny McBride.
That's what I thought.
Daddy McBride. Yes. Joke?
No.
But that was hilarious. I said a man who's clearly not my dad was my dad.
That is funny.
It is.
Okay, joke.
You don't have to tally that one.
Okay.
I can earn another one or do like 2 shitty ones to make one.
Everyone thinks that goth girls and emo girls are the ones that do self-harm the most, but it's actually just skateboarders.
Oh. Just skateboard. The emo and goth actually don't hurt themselves at all.
No.
Skateboarders are like Jesus. They take the pain for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good one. People in the Marines can do like 1,000 push-ups in an hour, but if you mess up and say they're in the army, it's like the most offensive thing you can say to them. And I think it's lame to be that tough and strong, but you say that and they'll cry.
Agreed. And I also think that it's funny how guys that can do 100 push-ups in like a minute or whatever can't like open a door for another person.
Like principle, or like they just don't think about doing that thing.
They just don't think about that.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, yeah. They're probably so big they gotta focus on getting themselves through the door.
Yeah.
Shoulders.
No, that wasn't good. Yours was good. Mine was not good.
That's okay. That's okay. This is for, we were just talking about niche pop. Maybe there's somebody out there who just loves shitty jokes.
You know what's crazy is a Marine can last like 8 minutes underwater without like, trying to breathe or whatever.
Yeah.
But like when, their fiance says that like she doesn't want to cook dinner that night, they have a panic attack and beat her.
Yeah. Hoorah, dude. Is that the right one? Marines are hoorah?
I think so.
Sick.
We can say these jokes because my grandpa was a Marine.
My dad
and my
is
grandma
the Marines.
has a black eye. There we
and
go.
You have a different race cousin that no one ever really talks about where he came from. Detective movie. A young teenager is found murdered, and they know that the murder happened recently because upon further inspection of the scene of the crime, they found a fidget spinner that was still spinning.
That one gets a tally purely just for the cinematic.
I tried to paint a picture.
Yeah, you really did.
Yeah.
I could see it. Maybe some like in like a dark city alley, like a Gotham City type, and it's just a fidget spinner spinning dart as the camera.
Mm-hmm,
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Love
Johnson,
it.
take a look at this. Yep. You know how you can smell how poor someone is?
Yes, elaborate.
Nope. If you know what I mean, then that's You don't last long in bed. Oh yeah? Well, my mom says I take really long showers, so means I jerk off in the shower for a long time. Which is cheating if you're really familiar. Sex in the shower different. Jerking off in shower takes long.
Sometimes sex in the shower can take long too if you can't hit that position quite right, and like you're just like
awkward.
finding like small shower.
Small showers are tough. Yep.
Gay son or thought daughter. Or
another.
You lay an egg and it's a lizard person.
Dude. Do you want $1 million or do you want a Big Mac? Yeah, I want to lay a lizard egg.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if we both just like laid eggs for the 200th episode? Like We just sat here and then like, and like, then we're just sitting on these big eggs. And then for every episode after that, we were sitting on the eggs until on the 400th episode, they hatched into little lizards.
They take a while to incubate.
Yeah, they're people.
Sure. Lizard people or
Well,
just
they're
people
people
in the
lizards, but
Oh,
it's the same thing.
are they?
No.
Okay. Yeah, Are they people size, or is it like people that are lizard size, or
No, it's like they could be people size, but it depends on how much you feed them. So like they're like normal lizards, you know, like in that sense where like if they just eat a lot, like they're like iguanas, kind of like the more they eat, the older they get, the bigger they're gonna get. But like, you know, if you don't feed it very much and you just kind of like keep it out of the sun, like it won't get too big.
Okay. Crikey.
Crikey.
Yeah.
Want to give us each one?
Sure.
We're over 10% there.
That's not bad. This seems doable then.
This does seem possible now.
And love is coming on. My fraternity was weird. They would put paddles up our butts. Give me 3 for that.
Okay. I'll split you at 2. Because that's only a half joke.
Okay. What would have made it a full joke?
If they didn't put a paddle up my butt in my fraternity.
Oh, it was too real. I see.
Bada bing, and that gets me 1.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's what we call 2 birds with 1 stone, which is a callback to an earlier episode this month. There we go. Woodcucks, you chop it, we watch it.
I remember that. That's a fun one. Woodcucks. Yeah. How much wood would a how and why are roofers fat? Unless to test the structural integrity of the work they have just done. That's a lot of work getting up there and as a career, I think.
I haven't seen a lot of fat roofers.
Oh, at work, we have roofers right now fixing our roof. All of them are big dudes.
Oh, really?
Like, you guys, like, you're fixing mold in the roof. You should watch your step. You want to sleep in my bed? Well, guess what? Pregnant. I think I was implying that not I'm going to have sex with you in my bed. It's there's so much of my own cum in my bed that it's just a guaranteed, like,
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I'm not a feminist, but I put the toilet seat down when I'm done, and that's good enough. It's not.
I took a girl out on a date and the band started playing Is She Really Going Out With Him?
Say that again?
I took a girl out on a date to like a local concert and the band started playing Is She Really Going Out With Him?
Awkward.
And then the next song they played was Scotty Doesn't Know.
The movie song.
Except they replaced the name Scotty with Samson.
Oh.
The whole time.
Wow. That's a prank for the band, I suppose. That's
Anyways, skiing is my passion.
Yeah. So the band was called you out for going out with a girl, but skiing, yeah, hilarious. Perfect. No notes.
Sick.
The only show that shows white people getting fucked up by the police is Cops. Bad boys.
What you gonna do?
Passenger punches dash in front of him, but the driver's airbag goes off. I just think that would be silly to
That
see.
would be silly.
Something in
You
like
have a
a
point for that.
Leslie Nielsen scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mr. Brightside has a grasp on this country like nothing I've ever seen. How did it end up like this?
Wow.
Because she's touching his chest now. He takes off her dress now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sex sells, dude.
Because how did it end up like this? Is that line
How
in
did
the
it end up like?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Been a while since I've listened to this song.
I was at a wedding last night.
Yeah, okay.
They play that song at weddings a lot.
Congrats.
Need that. Hey, guess what?
Oh, what?
We're at
Each one is 5.
I know that. We're at 35.
36 after that hilarious quick whip that I had. Putting you down, assuming you didn't know how to count to 5.
How did it end up like this?
Nice. Throws water balloon at somebody. Somebody says, "What are you doing?" And then I say, "Pushing boundaries." How can you like hunting? Well, that's simple. Animals don't pay taxes. We all put in work to have rights. So should deer. Just kidding. We got to be at like 400 or 500 jokes by now, right?
Yeah, we're approaching.
I think I was being given a tour of some sort of nature thing at some point when I wrote this. If you look around, you can see that this whole valley used to be underwater. Wow. If you look around, you can also see that nobody gives a shit. I was just angry.
Pickleball is dope.
Yeah, it is. It's like ping pong, but bigger. I got 2 words for you. For you.
I don't know what this one means. You can take the man out of Cambridge, but you can't take the cunt out of the Cambridge man.
We can't take the what? I was laughing at the first sentence because what?
You can take the man out of Cambridge,
Yeah.
but you can't take the cunt out of the Cambridge man.
You know, that might have been like I had to be there kind of thing.
I don't know what that means. I feel like I'm talking about England.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Blimey.
Hey, all of our fans in the UK, let me know if that was funny.
Was that a good one, isn't it? A good jab.
Is that a good jab? A Cambridge man? Huh? Yeah. Fuck a Cambridge man.
Yeah.
Are you from
Yeah.
Cambridge, Wade? You fucking cunt.
You fucking might as well be.
All right, I'm going to count that one.
Okay. You're putting words in my mouth, but yes, you're exactly right.
So this morning I got a text from my grandpa. Did you feel that earthquake? To which I replied, my bad. I just took a big dookie in the basement. And then he said, nice movement.
Oh, tectonic shit.
Good shit.
I went on vacation and hooked up with not 1, not 2, but 0 women. Hmm. I constantly get treated like a Make-A-Wish kid at work. Stop being nice to me. I'm a fucking drug addict. You can't say fuck whatever airline company until they crash a plane. They fly you all around the country. Maybe getting beat up by an employee every once in a while is a fair trade for this insane fuck you to God mode of transportation that we have.
No, officer, this isn't a bribe. I'm lobbying you to not arrest me right now for a DUI.
It's just a fun bit of dialogue.
Fun little dialogue.
No matter how much I keep working out and eating healthy, I just keep getting in better and better shape.
What do you call it when your parents get divorced and then remarried?
Again, summer in McCall for the large family or something.
You once had a broken home, but now you have a refurbished family.
Ah. It's got a dent in it, but it works. It works just the same. For me, the term smoke break means don't smoke right now. I need a break from smoking.
Edgy.
Super edgy.
For me, alcoholism is my religion.
Amen. Yeah.
Uber Eats is now the ultimate sign of depression.
Like just having it
Just
or ordering from it?
Ordering from it.
Okay.
Like,
isn't it like the most expensive one?
Yeah. And like if you're getting Uber Eats, and especially if the restaurant is like within 5 miles of your house.
Yeah. I feel like Uber Eats is what people do when like maybe they've never ordered food before and because like I feel like when you've heard of just ordering food services, Uber Eats is probably like one of the first one that just gets brought up in conversation. But I feel like they're all too expensive, but
True.
There are better options, I believe.
I feel like just any of the like if you're ordering third-party food delivery, instead of just calling in like a takeout order and going and picking it up,
Yeah.
that is like a sign that you're depressed and you need to go outside.
I feel that.
Because anytime I'm depressed, I'm ordering insane amounts of food from Uber Eats and dropping like $100
Mm-hmm.
on like usually Taco Bell.
$100 on Taco Bell. That's a lot of food. But I guess if it's through a food app, it's probably like 2 tacos and like a like gordita.
$50 worth of Taco Bell.
Yeah, plus a $30 tip. I want to put stickers that say vegan or Beyond Meat on a cow. It's fucking stupid. So dumb.
Gotta respect Denny's and IHOP. They're the only restaurants honest about how shitty their food actually is with their photos.
They don't really, yeah.
They don't doll up like their like food in their commercials or on like the photos on apps and stuff. Like it's all pictures of Denny and IHOP food, and I like you gotta respect that.
It's like, yeah, I mean, it's like when you go to a place and the menu's all faded and shit. And you're like, yeah, all their efforts going into the food. Well, I don't know if the effort's going into the food at Denny's and IHOP, but but in the sense you know what you're getting.
You know, none of the effort's going into the food. You know, there's no effort going into any part of the experience at Denny's and IHOP, and there's something nice about that.
Yeah. Just low pressure.
Like, I know I'm about to get a Grand Slam. There's probably going to be a big old hair in it. I'm still going to eat it. And mainly because I'm hammered and it's 3 a.m.
Fair enough. Bless you. Unbless you. Joke. How come it's acceptable to slow down before the speed limit drops, but it's not okay to speed up before the speed limit speeds up? "50 to 35, it's okay to get to 35 way before 35 through the eyes of the law." Not if I'm behind you, it's not okay. But if you're going 35 to 50, you can't hit 50 at 35 until you get to 50.
Yeah, but you can hit 49 and just keep it at 49 right until you pass the 50 sign.
You could do that. Yeah.
And then you're good because they're like, no, I was just getting up to speed. And the officer's like, but you were going 49 through that entire town. And then you're like, no, but like I was getting up to speed between this segment
Yeah.
because that's where you pulled me over.
Right.
And then you get out of it.
Yeah, and then you
and all the manslaughter charges that you just got by going 49 through that town.
That's very true. Do Superman and Spider-Man ever get tired of seeing sick kids?
I don't think that's really their job. That's more John Cena.
I mean, if they ask John, he's also a superhero, I suppose, in a way.
John Cena holds the record for most Make-A-Wish grants.
Well, that's dope. Thanks for shitting on what I said then.
Yep.
I get night terrors. It's not horrible, but it's severe. I don't know what that means, but it's also funny to tell that to somebody right as you're about to go to bed with them.
You said night terrors, but not horror?
It's not horrible. Like, I don't get horrible night terrors, but they're severe.
Okay.
Yep.
I feel like you're just sneaking confessions into like the middle of jokes. You're like, joke, 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 joke. Okay, here's a confession about myself. And then joke, joke, joke.
Those are what jokes are.
That's true. That's true.
Buckle, there's going to be a lot of those in this. I've been writing in this little list since high school. I'm probably at around sophomore year right now. People from Utah are just Canadians without an accent. I don't think that was true at the time. I think they're just both kind of nice sometimes.
I feel like that's more Idaho.
See, you keep doing this. Well, actually, John Cena is like... Your turn.
The John Cena one was funny. But anyways.
Sure was.
A lot of times when you work door at a bar, you'll see a lot of older guys coming in with younger women. And you'll have to check the ID of the women, and then the older guy will get his ID out too. And you're like, I don't need to see that, man. Your neck hangs over 2 inches below your chin.
Like,
old guys have like neck gizzards.
Oh, like the chicken thing?
Like turkey gizzards almost, because their skin is so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't need to check your ID. I can see your gizzard from here.
Yeah, that's sick. He's got it full of rocks so he can digest later.
Yes.
Yeah. Save a horse, ride your bike. A guy spends a lot of time getting out of a tight parallel parking spot, trying not to break his car. And then when he finally gets out, he gets flattened by a semi. You know? Some of these are just scenes I want in a sketch.
Mm-hmm.
A picture of a trash can that somebody littered on the side of the road. And then Chancellor Palpatine from Star Wars goes, ironic, isn't it? He could save others from death, but not himself. Because where do you throw away a trash can? Do you just keep finding bigger and bigger trash cans? Until the earth is the trash can?
The earth is our biggest trash can. Landfills.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to soak up a school to prove how easy it is to get squirt guns. guy is really stoked that he gets seizures a lot. Always says that it's season. I assume this is like going through Twitter as a blind person. Or don't. Yeah. Yeah. Multiple killed in a car crash. Give me 3. That's fucking funny, dude.
Facts.
Like a full family dead from a car crash on the way to school. So funny. They're in a school zone, and then someone getting up to speed flattens the shit out of them.
That was me earlier.
Comedy. Hilarious.
When I was driving through that town.
Yeah. Yeah, and you
I was
killed
coming
them.
up to speed. Yep.
Yeah. Hilarious. Peak comedy. Dude, if we raced, you're going to lose 9 times out of 10. Well, yeah, well, what about the 10th time? Well, we're not going to race 10 fucking times. You already lost 9 times. Grow up. Dialogue. Sign in front of a door that says, "For your convenience, we are open." It's just a, physical gag.
I need like.
What do you need?
Most of
To
my
drive really fast over a family in a school zone? How
do
did it end up?
farts build up over time?
I don't know.
Like if you put a butt plug in and you like farted a lot, would like your body blow up like a balloon, and then you pull it out and you like.
I think so. Something like that would happen, especially if you're in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're in the water, you're probably.
You're a jet boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I think. Well, I know that holding your farts in, butt plug assisted or not, it isn't the best for you. And so I assume it's because it's, inflating you in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it is air. It's got to go somewhere. So, yeah. I just have a note here that says male people empty boxes. So I think that'd be funny to do.
That sounds like the fastest way to be like labeled as like the new Unabomber.
It's just empty.
Be like, oh God. Military conflict caused Air Force to develop deep penetration ATG
Penetration?
missile dubbed Bunker Buster.
That was just a fucking cool poppy sentence.
That was in the Persian Gulf War.
Nice. Yeah. My body, your choice.
I always wondered why people hated Ann Coulter, and then I saw her.
Oh, that's cool. You saw her like scaring crows away from a field or something?
I saw her as in an episode of He-Man as the villain.
That's fitting.
She was playing Skeletor, I think. And then I also found out that she lost her job on NBC after telling a disabled Vietnam vet that people like you caused us to lose the war.
Oh.
And, that's mean, but she was right.
I think it's just rude to say that to Lieutenant Dan, because we all loved him in the movie, and he knows. You don't have to remind him. The only downside there's way more to being a ginger. Is that I can never play jazz music because you need soul. Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good. But new developments in gingerhood have.
No.
No? Okay.
No, it's not.
You can't play jazz music still.
I can play jazz music, but we're not. We're not like them.
Okay.
It was fun for a day to say that, but not to say that, but to say that we're like, you know, we're not like black people. We're all people. We're all equal. You know what I mean? We're not black people. There we go.
We're not cool. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. The work industry has turned into a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Stupid. Oh, man.
A girl who used to cut hair but is now a dental assistant. She keeps mixing them up and will start cutting teeth and flossing hair. Mm-hmm.
What would my name be in a different country?
Muhammad.
What? Statistically.
There's a good chance.
No, but in England, my name would be Samson Enormous.
Oh, because, yeah.
And in Mexico, my name would be Samson Grande.
Mm-hmm.
And in Italy, my name would be Samson Grande.
Nice. Yeah.
And in Spain, my name would be Samson Grande. And in America, in a couple years, my name will be Samson Grande.
Yo. You're going to take Ariana's last name?
Yep.
I would do the same thing. A guy who has a dog and uses it for girls to walk up to him to start conversations so that the girls want to pet the dog, but he keeps screwing it up by saying that because of his dog, he lost his virginity. And people think that that means he fucked the dog.
I screwed the pooch?
Or he screwed the pooch. That's a great place to put that in. Yeah. Introducing Dasani's new line of hard water. Water that gets you drunk. Or just water that, you know, kind of is rough on your skin.
These are some of my favorite Sausage Fest synonyms that I've come up with. Frankfurt Fiesta.
Yeah.
Hot dog hoedown. And Hickory Farms hootenanny.
I got one. The Pretty Good Podcast.
Nice.
Bunch of dick. We all let a lot more shit slide when we're naked. We're willing to overlook a lot of things. Our little people, half off on the dark web. Assuming you're in the market for a fully developed person. Kids, I think, is probably the same, whether they're little people or not. But I think if you're buying adults, one is probably a lot less in shipping.
So then do you get like discounts for like missing limbs and stuff too?
I don't know. I would hope.
Like 20, like how much % off of a person would like a left arm be?
And I'm the one paying an arm and a leg. You're selling them. Your vape should never be more charged than your phone.
That's just good life advice.
Yeah. What are we at? Gotta be
We're at
somewhere.
about 100.
Good shit. And we're okay. Yeah, we can do this in a reasonable
I
time.
think we're at 104.
Nice. Hilarious number.
When I was a kid, a horse bit my hair because it thought it was hay. Call that a straw man fallacy.
Yeah. That's fun. Another just scene that'd be funny to see, a cop seasoning his taco with pepper spray. Just,
I found out recently that like the Carolina Reaper pepper.
Yeah.
The guy who made it made a new hottest pepper called Pepper X.
Damn it.
And it's like on the, I guess anything over 1.5 million Scovilles is technically pepper spray.
That tracks.
But yeah, anyways,
the name bummed me out. Putting an X after something doesn't make it cooler. As someone whose name ends with an X,
I think I just am like scared that like he's gonna make some really spicy powder puff girls with it.
Oh, like he's gonna like concoct and whoops.
Because like that's how the Powerpuff Girls were made. Like, it was like
sugar, spice,
everything nice, and then he accidentally spilled the element X or whatever.
Yeah.
But what if it was Pepper X?
And
they just came out really spicy.
They'd probably be Latina.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna maybe say. You know how drug dealers will like make you try certain drugs while you're like buying them so that they know you're cool?
I've heard of that being a thing.
Yeah,
but
you
I've
wouldn't
never
know about that probably.
Yeah.
Because you're a good person that doesn't do that.
Joke.
For
Good
sure. One. Anyways, what if they made you do that with like acid?
Yeah, that would be
He's like, hey man, I just need to know you're cool. Take this tab of acid with me right now. And you're like, I am trying to not be occupied for 14 hours with you right now, drug dealer. And then he's like, no man, don't worry about it, just do it, man. I need to know you're cool, man. And you're like, I'll show you, I'm not wearing like a wire or anything. He's like, put your shirt on, gay boy, and take this acid with me. So then you take the acid with him, and then he's like, all right, well, let's go on a hike now. And you're like, okay, well, I guess I better go on a hike with this guy because I'm kind of afraid he's gonna murder me, to be honest. So you go on a hike with him, and you're on this hike, and you're like hiking with this drug dealer, and you're on this acid, and you're peeking out, and you see like these like deer, like just herd of deer running on the next ridge over, and he's like, we should go kill one. And you're like, no, let's not. And he like all of a sudden has a spear in his hand, and he's like running after them. And so you chase him. He falls down into a ravine, and then you have to like go and try to get him. You also fall in, but then there's like all these wolves that show up, and you think, oh no, these wolves, they're going to eat us. But then the wolves make a wolf chain by biting each of their tails and lower themselves down to you to make you a wolf ladder to climb back out up, which you then do. And then the wolves give you like a ride back to the drug dealer's apartment, like in those like,
in the classics,
in the commercial, like those one commercials for that one, theme park where they ride on the wolves there. It's like that. And then you get back, and then the acid trips over, and you're like, all right, man, well, I don't know if I want to buy any drugs anymore, but see ya. Does that ever happen to you?
It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Yeah, it happens all the time.
Good.
That was quite the story.
Yeah, it happened to a friend of mine.
Yeah?
Yeah, like
Wolf
a couple
ladder and all?
times. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh! What if a wolf ladder just like... Let me get myself two for that one.
Yeah, you should, yeah. I don't remember what made me think of this, but I just have another note that says buffaloes are without a doubt the sexiest bovines.
Well, do you mean American buffalo?
I don't.
Or are you talking water buffalo?
I would assume the American, Water buffalo, I think, look just kind of cowy.
I agree.
No, shade to water buffalo. Any of our water buffalo listeners out there? I know that in like Africa, you guys are like kind of dicks, but in I think Asia where they have them, they're like the cool kinds.
Yeah, they're nice.
Um,
They're pretty good.
So yeah, we support water buffaloes here. Yeah. Anyways, if believing in a higher power is so good and cool, then why does all the music suck so bad? That was before I listened to CC Winhams. She's a great singer.
I'm gonna say this now. If you have been watching this podcast for any time at all, we have a merch store and you can get pretty good stuff from us and directly support the podcast. Things like this pretty good mug right here.
Yeah.
And this pretty good shirt, amongst other pretty good shirts and stuff. And I'll also sell Pokemon cards and stuff, and out of my closet and Max's closet, even though he doesn't know that. All right, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Thank you for listening. Okay, pretend I'm like really granola-y.
Okay.
Dude, losing your Chacos is impossible. That means you took them off. Getting a boner. This is unclassified information. Classic.
How many podcasters does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Oh my goodness, how many?
They don't know because they're too busy talking about how to screw in a light bulb.
That's instead of a tally, give yourself a star.
Really? How many is that
No.
worth?
1.
All right, fine.
We all know you made your Bitmoji skinnier.
Fine.
If you can't express it, suppress it.
Yep.
That's just advice for a short and happy life. Dude, I will straight up drop kick a cat. All I need is permission.
Speaking of, I'm starting a cat hunting business in Hawaii, where I go on guided helicopter tours and we hunt house cats.
You just snipe them out of the thing.
They're strays. Yeah, so it's actually it's funded by the government because of how much damage they're doing to the ecological system out there. So yeah, if you want to, pound some pussy with me, let's go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And shoot cats. We're gonna pound pussy and shoot cats.
We're gonna shoot pussy and pound vaginas.
Why do they call dog man's best friend when it's clearly the goat?
Nice. That's fun. I like that one. I must have been at my peak athleticism here. To ski or not to ski? That's the answer.
Oh, dude. Poetic.
I'm the one person you could probably sexually harass and I wouldn't notice. I was really going through some shit back then. I think I found out that someone was being not cool to me, but I didn't know. Anyways. What day is today? Leg day. You don't have to. No. All right. Who died and made you a huge bitch? If you can handle me at my best, then you deserve me at my worst. Karen Abdul-Jabbar. Not a day goes by where I don't meet somebody named Michael.
Or John. Fuck, I'm
John's
so
a good
tired
one.
of Johns, dude. If your name is John, fucking change it. Just change it, man. Find a better name. There's so many better names out there. Stop being Johns and Brian's. Ugh. And Ryan's too.
Go off, dude.
And Adams. Fuck you all.
Yeah.
Find better names.
John Adams, dude. Fuck him.
And fuck Sam Adams too.
Little guy.
Stupid piece of shit, Adams Brothers. You know what they did to my fucking family?
Got
They
up to
stole
speed
our
and
beer
killed him.
recipe and started brewing Samuel Adams beer. It was supposed to be Dickie Large's beer.
Yeah. But that sucks, man. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so that and then so we had to like battle them, you know, like fight them in a war, like a family war feud thing for like, you know, 2 centuries basically. You know, it's been the Larges against the Adams, and then like we had to go to an international like beer drinking festival and like beat them at that to get our fucking grandpa's recipe back from them.
Yeah. Yeah, sick riff, dude. Shit! I accidentally washed my nunchucks.
Did they shrink?
Got bigger. Whenever I hear Y2K, I think of a new basketball video game coming out. It's just can't help it.
I get that. Do you know about the country Slovenia? Exactly.
Zing. This is just a thought. If a house burned down and there was meat in the fridge,
Ooh.
by the end of the fire, that meat's probably cooked perfectly. Because it's, you know, nice and slow. It's in the cold already. And then, there's nothing funny about a house burning down and families losing their memories. But there is something funny about a family getting flattened in a school zone by somebody getting up to speed. How did it end up like this?
How did it end up like this? It was only a guess. It was only a guess.
2 guys eating fondue. A couple of fun dudes.
Couple guys eating mushrooms. Couple of fun guys.
Oh. What am I, a chestnut? Because I'm getting roasted right now. Puget Sound? More like pungent sound. This place reeks. SoCal distancing. Just staying away from San Diego.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because it's racist?
Well, yeah, but that was only the first time. The second time it crossed the road because it's a sexist.
Ah. It crosses because a girl is walking up or something?
Yeah, but it was like a not like a girl, it was like a woman in like a position of power.
I see. It's a good joke. I leave the seat down. Vegas isn't a place, it's a mindset. The CDC, isn't that a rave in Vegas? I had a few Vegas bits in here. M. Night Salma Hayek. Just a bit silly, I think. Hey girl, let me get your sleep number.
Do you have Apple Pay?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sir? Do you have Apple Pay? Sir, do you have Apple Pay? Sir, this is a preschool. I know, I just want one. I'm just ordering one. Do you have Apple Pay? Sir, you need to leave. What?
You're still open.
There's an open sign.
Yeah, I know you got 20 minutes left, but you're open, and I'm like paying customer.
I see the menu. I want Mexican.
Need some Pepper X, dude. I just have written down Clorox hard seltzer. If you beat your girlfriend, just throw a Thrasher hoodie on her. So that everyone just thinks she shreds. Saw a handicapped guy roll out of a handicapped bathroom stall, but the seat was up. What's going on in there?
Pokemon? More like poking your mom later.
This color, it's a mix of green and gray. We call it green. Don't pursue extreme sports if your name is Jerry. Two people having sex. They roll over to show a wet spot on the bed, and the wet spot shows the Adult Swim logo.
Adult Swim.
Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the pull-out couch this morning. I got so high I spit the mouthwash back into the bottle. Can you get to the horny stage of your grieving already? Brown sugar and normal sugar? Sus.
Yeah, where's black sugar?
Well, it's just implying that the normal sugar is the one. Okay, groomer.
How much time to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
How much?
No one knows. No one has time for that. That's bullshit.
Yeah. It's also different for everyone's. Everyone's tongue is
Different size. Everyone's got a different lick. See, and that's what I wish they would tell you. Everybody's got a different lick.
Let me tell you. I've been saying this. People lick different.
Nobody's talking about how different everybody licks. Fuck.
Real, dude.
Anyways, military conflict caused the Air Force to develop deep penetration ATG air-to-ground missile dubbed the Bunker Buster. And if anything busts my bunker, it's gonna be a deep penetrating missile.
Like that shit right up. It's insane that we're only 3 years away from 2022. Time goes fast, don't it?
Did you write that joke in 2019?
I don't know. No, well, the joke says it's crazy we're only 3 years from 2018, but I updated it. That was just a quick on-the-fly riff adjustment.
Nice.
Just, yeah.
Oh, man. You know when people are always like, when pigs fly or whatever?
I do, yeah.
And it's like, pigs fly every day. We saw Top Gun. Those guys are pigs.
What?
I don't know. Trying to come up with something about that where like men are pigs and men fly every day.
Oh.
And so it's like you can't say when pigs fly because pigs been flying.
Pig's been flying. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Classic. I am a non-sexual gay man. A jack gay. Non-practicing gay man. That's a, are we at 200?
We were at
We gotta be
165, 170, 174.
okay. We got this.
174 right now.
Hell yeah, dude.
We're just over an hour.
Easy.
What do you call something that's black, white, and red all over?
What? Me? What? I don't know. What do you call something black and white and red all over? Your girlfriend?
No, it's a mime that got beat up, but they can't call it anything because they're a mime.
That's funny. That just made me think of like that scene in Starsky and Hutch where they pretend to be mimes to like get into that birthday party to investigate, and he does this thing, and he just goes like, "I'm gonna do the box trick again." It's like a mime that just keeps saying out loud, like, "I'm not supposed to talk." That's fun.
I think a fun scene would be like similar to that. Like a mime is miming and like someone is like coming up and being like they're talking like about, oh, this is so cool, look at this mime, and he's like, can you be quiet, I'm trying to mime, I'm not supposed to speak and you speaking to me. And then
You keep stepping on my punchlines. A hole in the ground that's got gold in it. Might as well. Some jokes I know are good, and regardless of the laughs they receive. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I don't trust anybody over 16 years old that I have to remind to check their email. It's just, you should. You're an adult.
Mhm.
Come on.
We're at 180, 20 more.
Oh, fucking easy.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because it's a racist, sexist piece of shit.
No, dude, because the crosswalk light was on.
Good on the chicken for following the rules.
Yeah, he's a racist and a sexist, but he's not gonna break the law.
Of course. I mean, usually the people that follow the rules the most are the biggest sexists and racists.
So true.
Cops was the joke there. You gotta treat vibes like STDs. You gotta catch them. I don't know. I think I heard somebody say catching a vibe, and you know.
You should. Oh, I feel like that joke could work really well if it was like a vibe is a lot like cancer. You got to catch it early.
Yeah. BS ussy. I think this was just me making fun of a Starbucks drink. Can I have a venti quad shot toasted ovarian explosion? Just sounds tasty.
That does sound tasty. I love a good ovarian explosion in the morning.
A blended ovarian explosion, dude.
Yeah,
with chocolate drizzle.
With a side of chocolate placenta.
Yeah, man. We all get the same words, but we all get to choose our fonts. And that's a metaphor for life.
Life's tough,
Yeah.
and that's why you got to be tougher. So, to get more tough, you got to drink stuff.
You do got to drink stuff.
And that stuff is the one and only milk juice. Now from cow milk, new and improved with juice. To get you all the stuff you need to keep life tough and you looking up to snuff.
You know, I had the same thing written down here.
No way.
Yeah. Speaking with the theme of holes in the ground, so there's a funeral going on, and the widow or something, maybe the husband died or something, and the widow is crying, and then this guy comes up to her and is like, do you ever like think about those holes in the ground where you get water from? You know what I mean? A hole in the ground with water. And then she goes, yeah, I know you mean well.
Nice.
Uh,
We only need 10 more.
hell yeah.
Pretty good. More like pretty goon.
Bunch of jagoffs over here. This is, I want to do, I should have done this at the Black Keys, but I really want to film the Black Keys, the band, not the people.
Wait.
We don't call them that. They're African.
I mean, unless they're not from America, then they're just Africans.
Yeah, they're definitely not blackies. Anyways, what I want to do,
They're black people.
yeah, it's just rude to call them that.
We're talking about the band Black Space Keys.
Yeah,
That's
you got it.
all right.
But I want to, you know, how people, you know, you go to a concert and they film it on their social media and no one listens or anything. I want to just film a concert video of the Black Keys or something, and then put just like, you know, you could put music over it, just a different song. Like different band, different everything.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I think another fun thing to do would be like just to post a video of like really close up of like your face at the concert. Like, this is sick, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like you're trying to listen to a FaceTime at a loud concert.
What? So golf is funny.
Yes.
Because it's like you're trying to hit this little white ball with a stick and like get it in the hole, and like guys try so hard to get the little ball in the hole, and like guys
Like
also try
sex.
so hard to get their little stick in a hole. So like it's a metaphor for sex.
Oh, because I like to put my balls in first, just like in golf.
Oh.
That's how I've been doing it. A redneck's favorite sport is swimming because they love taking dips. Damn, am I an endangered southern Chinese bear? Because I'm pandering.
Well, we are at.
We gotta be at 10 or something left, right?
There are only
We gotta be nice.
3 left. 3 jokes left.
Yeah, dude.
So
CBDMT.
that's scary.
Bill Clinton has a master class where he teaches inclusive leadership.
Is that true? I would never jerk off into a sock because why would I ever put my feet somewhere my dick has been?
Nice. Speaking of fun guys.
And that's 200.
Hell yeah, dude. We did it.
We did it. 200 jokes for our 200th episode, and it didn't even take us 200 minutes.
That's sick, dude. Good on us. I guess, do you have any actual things to say? Or I'm pretty content with that. Happy 200 and happy Pride.
Happy 200, happy Pride. Watch our podcast. Come to our open mics every Monday at Voodoo Cellar for mine, every Thursday at Mad Sweet for Max, and then Off the Cuff is a show that I produce, and then Max and I are going to have some shows that are coming up soon. So follow along and subscribe and like and say your mom looks pretty today. And if she's dead, then go to her grave and leave her a flower. All right.
Mwah.